Good morning, and welcome back to Daily Dhamma, a letter to our children. Today is June 6th, and our reading is D-Day. We Japanese don't talk to strangers on trains. And that's Mrs. Dhamma. On this day in 1988, Dhamma Bum met Mrs. Dhamma on the last train to Kobe, which sounds like a pretty good name for a movie. Japanese speak of red yarn, akai, an invisible thread that joins soulmates. Look, there's no two ways about it. This was the luckiest day of my life, and I appreciate it, and I'm grateful to Mrs. Dhamma, and I'm grateful for the opportunities that the universe has made available to me, and I'd like to earn them if I could. Jury's still out on that, but we can give it a shot. Anyway, Mrs. Dhamma, thank you so much. I'll never be able to repay you. So there we go with that. You continue to make me want to be a better man, and thank you. All of this raises the question of, is it fate or is it actions that we take? And we believe it's both. They're not mutually contradictory. We believe, since we're both Buddhists, that karma, K-A-M-M-A, is karmic debt anyway, is the result of actions that we take. Karma means deed or act, and karmic debt is the consequences of those deeds or acts. So on the one hand, we have our personal accountability for the things that we have done. And this can be good, bad, or indifferent. We'll say in a different part of this book the different kinds of karma. There are 4 different kinds. And the consequences of our karma require us to do certain things to close those chapters in our lives. And we've got to pay the piper. So there are a number of items that are on our dance card that we're going to have to deal with in whatever given lifetime we happen to be inhabiting. So in a way, I guess you could see that as fate or kismet or preordination, or you've got to take care of that. It's not exactly that, but I can see why people would make that argument. Here's the good news. We always have a choice. All right, this is where we're at. These are the consequences for what we have done. What are we going to make of it? And we don't have any control over the fact that we're going to have to deal with our karmic debt, but we do have control over what our attitude is going to be as we deal with that. And I think Viktor Frankl screwed it up for every whiner that ever was when he said that everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, the freedom to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. And he wrote that from Auschwitz. Now, if he's saying that despite your external circumstances, you get to choose your attitude, then I pretty much believe that. I think he's got the moral standing to say that, and I think it's my job, behooves me, to pay attention to somebody who says stuff like that. That's pretty awesome. In any case, I'm very grateful to have had Mrs. Dhamma in my life. So happy trails to you until we meet again.